So a few months back, I had a guy named Chad post in the comments of the CB360 video that the Welch plugs on the carburetors were missing, and that could be causing a lean condition, which I had been experiencing. I can't remember if I actually noted it in the video, but I have been chasing an air leak somewhere for the better part of a couple years. I've rebuilt the carburetors a number of times. I replaced the air filters, I replaced the boots. I've even gone around and added some Honda bond between the boots and cylinder head, just on the off chance the gasket wasn't sealing. And no matter what I've done, I'm getting some symptoms of a lean condition. So there's a very good chance that these missing Welch plugs are the cause of that. So in this case, they're covering up this end here, and this is the shaft that the throttle butterfly pivots on. And what normally covers those are these little Welch plugs. And I'm not 100% sure what the original ones look like, because like I said, both of mine are missing for some reason. I don't know when it happened or how it happened, but they're missing. So I was able to track down an Assortment kit, and I'll put a link in the description to the website I found them on. These are 1/2 inch, and they're about as close as I can find to the diameter of this hole here. And the way these work, they're kind of domed. I'll show you in a minute when I take them out of the package, but you fit them in there with the dome facing out, and then with a punch, you kind of press in that dome and they expand, and that's how they seal. And all right, so here's a closer view of what we have here. These are 1/2 inch outside diameter, and they're the closest thing I could find. These were not like a part you could just order from the manufacturer, but I think these are going to work. Normally they would kind of drop in, and then when you kind of punch them flat, that's what would hold them in place. Now I'm gonna have to drive these in just a little bit because, like I said, the hole is just a little bit tighter. So what I'm going to use for that is this 8mm socket. It's just a hair smaller, so I should be able to drive this in until this outer edge bottoms out, and then we can use a punch to kind of mushroom this out. Okay, so that seems to be seated. It's already in there relatively tight, so I don't think I'm going to need to flatten this out too much. But I'm going to use the back side of one of these center punches. This one's already pretty smashed down on the end, so I don't mind hitting that end with a hammer just a little bit. I don't want to use the pointed end because these are aluminum and they're not very thick, and I don't want to punch a hole in there because then I got to try to remove it and start all over. So. All right, so can't really tell if it's gonna fall out or not. I can't imagine it would, but the pack came with 10 of these, so if just something as I'm riding the season I'll keep an eye on. If it falls out, then we'll put another one in there. I have seen some pictures online where these are kind of staked at a few different points. I don't see any evidence of that, so I don't know if that's something people have done on their own, or if these should have been staked by the manufacturer, and maybe that's the reason mine are missing. But for the time being, I don't really like the idea of smashing this edge of the carburetor body in. On the off chance there is a leak around here and I need to remove them, I'd like to be able to do that relatively easily. And like I said, I have a bunch of these. I don't mind losing one. If it becomes a recurring problem, then we'll look at kind of staking this edge. But for now, I'm going to jump to the other side and install the other one. And I am checking the throttle movement because again, these are covering up the end of the throttle butterflies. So I want to make sure I'm not staking this too far and affecting the movement of those, but I don't feel any drag whatsoever as I'm turning the throttle. So I'm going to call that good. So like I said, I'll put a link in the description to the website I bought these on. I think they're called Welch plugs. I've also seen them called Welch plugs. They were just called aluminum plugs on the website I found them on. The only way I found them was I was just searching for just common diameter plugs. So not the most exciting bit of maintenance, but it's something that I think is affecting the performance of the bike, and it's something that should be there. So thank you, Chad, for pointing that out. I never would have even thought that these were missing. In fact, I didn't know anything should be there. So appreciate you noticing that and letting me know. And thanks for watching.